was just wondering if your development was slower compared to what
No,
my sisters and mine were.
yeah, it was normal. It's just academics.
I think you've got a lot of good questions already. They may not be interested, but do you want to read the first question and see if anyone wants to hear the answer to it?
Did you know that you were different from other kids? How? I sort of went into that. So.
Yeah, so just pass it off if you did.
Reflect on your thoughts when they get stuck. Oh, that's the wrong order. Oh. Okay. Did teachers make it harder on you or easier? Explain. I think I sort of want to do this one.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say that they made it harder for the most part, except for Miss Crawford. I mean, they would try, but they would not fix the issue at hand, which was I did not believe in myself. What you have to do is constantly remind you how much you believe in them. Don't say, oh, he, she won't never make it.
Right.
Because if you tell the kids you're not going to make it, what are they going to believe? Okay, next question. What do you think made a difference between someone in the same boat who quit school and you, who persevered to graduate, number one? You guys want to hear that one?
So somebody that was had learning difficulties but quit.
Yeah, what's the difference between me and them?
Right.
Okay. Difference between me and them is someone else that said I had a teacher who took the time to look back and start over and give me a new perspective. Also, faith in God gave me hope also. Okay. What would you tell teachers not to do? I've sort of already went over that. What would you tell parents not to do? I want to answer this one because this is a little bit more in depth. Parents, it is your responsibility to keep your teachers accountable. Never give up on your children. Teachers do not allow it. In kindergarten, my mom went to the principal's office every day to tell him to give me a chance. She went there every day for like 30 days until they gave me a chance. This was in kindergarten. So be annoying, because I guess if you keep doing it, they'll eventually say, fine. How can someone else who is bullied get through the day and feel okay? You guys want to hear that one?
Yes.
Someone who gets bullied can get through the day by telling parents. Oh wait, never mind. Someone can get through the day by parents telling them don't listen to them, by reinforcing the fact that it doesn't matter what you say. My mom had a good example of this. She said, okay, if someone calls your name, just call them a doorknob, because you know they're not really a doorknob, and if you know they're not really it, so it really doesn't matter.
So she was saying if they call your name, pretend in your mind they're calling me a doorknob, because I'm not a doorknob, so.
Right. What strategies do you use to? I'm going to go over these three ones. Calm yourself when anxious. Personally, I bounce on an exercise ball, listen to positive music, Christian music. I also sometimes pace around the house, like walk around. You guys know what pacing is. How do you redirect your thoughts when they get stuck? This one is hard for me because I just think about stuff. I have to force myself to think about other things. I also have to pray on this one because I'll get stuck on something that's really, really hard for me to get off of it. Really hard. Organize your papers and books. I have trouble with organizing as well. It's easier with books, but it is hard. Constantly have to work on organization skills. That is one of the big troubles with, I think it's autism. How important is it to have a parent who has been there for you? This is probably one of the more important ones also. It has been very important for my parents to have supported me, because without them it would have been hard to just deal with all the issues and have just one parent. I want to encourage parents not to give up. It's a lot easier having both parents around. It's good stability for the kids.
It makes me wonder, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother. He's like 10 years older than me, though.
So so you didn't grow up together, playing together and all that stuff. I mean, you're pretty.
Yeah, we talk once in a while, but we're definitely, there's a huge difference between us.
Right.
Did you have any adults when you were in general education in high school? Anybody coming alongside, helping you with any of the
I had so
challenges of high school?
I had so much support. Whenever I had an issue, I'd go to the teacher. I'd stay after school. They'd work with me. We have some of the best staff in my school. I can't say about other schools, but we have, I think, some of the best staff. It's like if you're willing to work with, it, they will work with you.
Did you have like what they call paraprofessionals person?
Yeah, they come co-teachers. I work with them a lot. Some of my classes I didn't have a co-teacher, but some of them I did.
I know children at a real young age have not learned that they shouldn't say things or treat other people a certain way because they're immature themselves and very young and unknowledgeable and vicious.
Oh yeah, I used to be like that too.
But I want to say, did you ever develop any friends your age? Or when was the first time you developed a friendship with another?
Outside of Pohai, like outside of special ed class, probably 9th grade.
Oh, that's neat.
And then we still talk once in a while. Wow, his name is Trevor. I met him on a mission trip. I met a lot of my church friends on mission trips. It's some of the great stuff, great ways to do things.
I want to ask you, I work in the public schools right now, and so does Beverly here. And I was away for a long time and came back, and the Asperger's has seemed to take a rise. And there was, some of the kids that I do a before-after care program, so some of these kids are just kind of, well, in general, wow, but there are some that I can pick up on that, have, like what you're saying, like, well, we had one girl, she would just twitch with her hands, and
Oh yeah.
noises would get, and she just was in first grade this year, but one day we were doing something, and she just started reading, and I was just kind of amazed at her level of thinking, and that she was actually very bright.
Yeah.
And so what I want to ask is, like, when they diagnose you with that, what are the symptoms, besides like the hearing, the sensory and all that, what are the causes, or where do they say, where does that come from? Is it from the birth process, like when you were in your mother's womb, or is it related to...
I really don't know much about that.
You don't know much about it? They didn't say much about that?
No,
Okay.
they didn't.
How do you overcome the hearing, dividing sounds? I think that would be really challenging.
Yeah, I still sometimes have that. I'll be in this room and I'll hear, sort of just gotta
Focus?
put blinders on. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Did you see that movie, is it A Beautiful Mind, about the math?
I haven't, no.
It's okay. You're doing great.
You
The only
mentioned
reason
that
why I was asking you is just because you said things kind of progressed as you went along. Too,
Yeah,
and
Mom
that's
told
why-
me this stuff. I just wrote it down.
Okay. All right. Sorry to interrupt.
You said one of your senses was hearing, but you said the other one was touch. But I may have been busy taping. I didn't hear you say in what way was your sense of touch affected.
It's like I didn't like the way certain things felt. Like I would wear sweatpants in the middle of summer, 90 degrees, because I liked the marks that they left.
Oh, really? With the cuffs, the expandable cuffs, you like
Yeah,
the marks?
I like
that
the
they
marks that they left. Yeah, like right now, if I was that kid, I would be outside in sweatpants, tight, or I made sure they were nice and tight. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I think the hearing one was more troublesome, but thank you for reminding me that.
And then you said also sometimes going to be smell. There's another thing that...
Yeah, I didn't really have
But
it.
you didn't
Oh,
have it.
actually, let me rephrase that. I loved the smell of skunks when I was a kid.
Oh, gross.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
They
right.
did
That's
say
right.
that,
That's
didn't they?
right.
That's common.
I thought they were
Somebody's got
just.
a lot of
Why don't you move home? Seriously?
What did I hear that? Yes, maybe it was something your mom had written. That because it was so difficult to smell, or that it was difficult to smell